He is playing a humans deck. He's sucking all my fixing up. Cameron! Alright, we'll see how this goes. Doing pretty good. I mean, you know, it's a free draft, so we've already got 2 packs out of it by making it to the second round. Cameron looks like he's AFK right now. So it may be a minute. I think he has 5 minutes to show up here. So if he doesn't show up in 5 minutes, then he'll concede this game. Let's see, what do I side in against this? I don't even know. Yeah, I lost the first 3 rounds, gave up the tournament, and I'm just doing a draft right now, so I won't have to do one tomorrow. My second round opponent is AFK'd this. He's not at his computer. He's got another 3.5 minutes to show up. Like I said before, like, there's no real reason to get angry when this happens, because we both have a certain amount of time that's allotted to us, and like when it's in this format, like it's a little bit annoying when it's in the Pro Series or the Series tournaments, like when we have to do pickup games, because then both the clocks reset every game anyways. But when it's like this, I'm not too worried about it. Somehow his timer just reset way back up to 29, but then it went back down to 27, so... so there we go, there's my luck right now. There's my seasonal luck panning out again. But Cameron also having a bad hand there, so... I will have to draw again here. And that's decent, okay. We'll see how this goes. We'll keep this hand. Unfortunate thing with Scrap Tech Brawlers, we have to just kind of go in on it and hope we draw something that's expensive later to play with it. So he's humans with... Oh, maybe he's some sort of... I don't know what he is. Maybe he's some sort of, like... What do you call it? Shin hair deck? So I'll take 1 point of damage, no problem. To play a brawler, and then we can burn his guy if we have to.
Oh yeah, did you watch this?
No.
YouTube, what color is the dress? Science, solve the science?
No, I didn't watch it. I guess that guy's bigger. I guess I'll trade here and then burn his regular. Oh, never mind. We'll go to attack step, and actually I'll just burn his regular now. I don't need to bury this guy. There's really nothing for it to do, so just burn his regular here, swing in with the Wounded War Hero. I look very aggro-y here at this point in the game. I'll probably take the damage and then just deal 1 point back. He really wants to get bigger troops with this Killblade. That's what I would expect. Oh, he's thinking about it, though. He's thinking about making this trade. No, he's not going to do it. So we'll probably want maybe some Meek. Looks like he's running some sort of aggro. We'll probably want to throw in our second Meek and then reduce our curve down so we can deal with a lot of his early aggression. It's going to come down to who draws more spells in this type of the aggro matchup. Swings for 1, sure, take the 1. I'm ahead, but only by half a turn, technically, or by a turn, as far as damage is concerned. We actually have the resources to play everything in the deck, and we're flooding. That's bad. Okay, we have the resources to play everything in the deck, so there's no reason not to just play the Scrap Tech Brawler, because we need more offense on the table. Like, we don't need the resources that he gives us. We can play every single card in this deck, so we're just going to play this guy out. He may not attack this turn. I mean, if he does, I just take the damage and deal 3. Because I'm not going to give up my 2/2 for his 1/1. Alright, so yeah. So he'll make the trade here is what it looks like. It's going to happen. Hellhound, that's always good. That could end the game. So we'll go ahead and swing in here. And make him trade his Killblade for our Scrap Tech Brawler. He's stuck at 2 resources, which of course is good for us. Hellhound might just lock up the whole game here though, as soon as we get to play it. So we can buff the Hellhound for 6, you know. There's an elite Pyromancer. Can it block our guy? Oh, it can block our guy. But it won't be good if it does, because it'll die. Ooh, Boulder Toss. I'm gonna throw that on the Hellhound, I think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and swing. He's not gonna make this block. This is a bad block for him to make, so we'll just save the buff. And then we'll throw it on the Hellhound, and then we can Boulder Toss. We could actually buff the Hellhound and then Boulder Toss his face for a ton of damage if we wanted to. But we'll probably end up Boulder Tossing this Pyromancer out of the way. Or the next big thing that he plays, if he plays something else that's big. So he's getting his drops now and his shards, so that's good for him. Swings in for 3, we'll take the 3, that's fine. Swing for our 1 on War Hero. With what we have in hand, we can actually block with the Hellhound without being too afraid. If he has a trick, he kills the Hellhound, and then we Augmented Awakening it back. Which makes it even worse for him to have to deal with. So with what we have, we can buff it up to 7. We can do 10 damage with Boulder Toss to his face right now. That seems pretty relevant.
No.
Actually, if he swings in, this is like a horrible swing for him. Because, like, that's a game there. So if he just swings in, I'll just take 3. I'll take 3. That's a horrible swing. If he doesn't have a blocker or some sort of removal for Hellhound here, that's a really bad swing to make. So I expect he had a trick, maybe. Or another... Okay, he's gonna steal my human. Okay. I can Boulder Toss that Awakener away. Well, when it... No, there's no humans in my graveyard, so... Okay. So we'll just Boulder Toss this guy out of the way and then swing in for a lot of damage. So I was going to do that. He has 0 resources, so he can't really respond here. Let's go and Boulder Toss this guy now. Buff our guy. Which we could do during combat, but he has no resources, so not too big of a deal here to not do it. Swing for 12, that seems pretty relevant there. I mean, he can do 3 back next turn, but So he needs to put a stop to my Hellhound here. He needs another big troop like that to hit the table and be a blocker. Be a bro, man. Be a blocker bro. But even if he kills the Hellhound, I can bring it back with Augmented Awakening. Just gonna buff his guy. Okay, getting all his humans a buff. I mean, I guess he can trade the Hellhound here. That's something at this point. So, not attack, trade, delete Pyromancer for Hellhound, and Augmented Awakening it back. It's gonna Mortar Strike my Wounded War Hero. Okay. Got rid of one of my Boulder Tosses. Another Boulder Toss? No, there's still one in the deck. If I top deck Boulder Toss, it's obviously game. Can't swing here. Still have Augmented Awakening to bring back Hellhound. Excavation Hulk. Okay, so go ahead and swing in. He'll make the block. We'll Augmented Awakening back. And play Excavation Hulk. I have the resources to just straight up play this Excavation Hulk, so I'm just gonna not tunnel it. I'm just gonna sit on it. There's an Arena Regular. Seems like it's a little late for that guy to hit the table. Replay a really big Hellhound here, a 9/6 Hellhound. We'll play this. No, we won't. We're gonna. So at this point, Shards of Fate doesn't give us charges, which is all we really want to play shards to do. So it's better for us to just bluff with it for the rest of the game. It doesn't buff anything in our deck. We don't need more resources. We have no X cards, cards that like have like X as a value, where the more we spend, the better it gets. We have nothing in our deck that has anything like that. So it's lucky he has so many Ruby troops that can actually block my Hellhound here. Killblade can't block it, so that doesn't really do anything for him. He's going to trade Arena Regular for Hellhound here. Or will not trade, he's going to give it up. Or maybe I'll just meek his Arena Regular and swing in for the win. Because he can't block Hellhound with Killblade. Hellhound, I'm telling you, 2 games now, Hellhound. And you wanted the other guy. So we definitely want Meek, I think, in this matchup. Preservation seems okay. I feel like he's trying to go fast. Maybe Ballistics training would be interesting. Yeah, because I can kill most of his stuff with that. Ballistics training. That's probably it. Let's see. So we can pull out. Infiltrator Bot needs to stay. Hellhound definitely needs to stay. Living Totem we haven't seen at all. Excavation Hulk probably needs to come out. It doesn't do a lot in the early game, or enough rather. And Wounded War Hero is decent trade guy, I guess, in the early game, so he can stay. First Oak Wizard thing. Let's see. Maybe get rid of the Scrap Tech Brawler. No, that gets me to Hellhound.
Stop hitting your lip, Joshua.
I'm gonna get rid of the Charge Hulk here, I think. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Save and continue. It's just a slower card. I kind of need to get rid of some of the... If the slower card doesn't take over the game like Hellhound, then... Yeah. I guess I could have regemmed my Hellhound to give it like Swift Strike or something. Because most of his deck can block my deck anyways. So, game 2. He's choosing whether he wants to go first or second. I'm not sure how much of a choice this really is. Most of the time you want to go first. But if you're doing a lot of trading of troops and stuff, then you want to go second when you're drafting. If you feel like it's going to be a long game. And it just depends on what your type of deck you're playing and how you feel like the match is going to play out. You know, having that one extra card can win you the game when you're drafting. When you're playing constructed, I don't know if there's an instance of, like, besides there's like one thing where it is that you played a recursion where like you would go to 8 cards, so you draw first all the time, and then you discard it so it was in your graveyard, and then you'd play a card like the next turn that pulled it out of your graveyard. That's like the only time I think you would go second in constructed that I can think of. I think he might have walked away from his computer or something. Or maybe it's just a latency issue, or maybe he disconnected. Definitely have to edit this out a bit. I have to remember to edit this. Okay, there we go. He's back. I mean, he's been clipping along pretty fast, so I don't think it's lag, but I've got a playable card. I'm up a game. I don't like this hand. I'm gonna keep it though. I really don't like this hand. Just need to draw resources. We've got 17 on the deck, and we have whatever his name is, the guy I can bury and then come back up and give me some stuff. It starts off with his Killblade. Also, I can play all the removal in my deck with this hand, so if I draw into that for like things like Killblade, then that helps out as well. It would have been nice to see a third shard there. We definitely need to draw shards, obviously, with this hand. We drew basically some of the most expensive cards in the deck, so he could come right underneath us. Okay, well that's definitely helps. Now we just need a ruby shard, and we have a fully live hand. Ballistics training I think is going to be pretty silly because I'll be able to deal damage to troops and just kill them like those kill blades and things and get value. Yeah. It just deals damage. It doesn't deal damage like, and then he gets to deal it back. So swings in for 1. I'm gonna trade because this wounded war hero isn't that great for me, anyways. I'd rather get rid of his. Okay, I can't use my champion power when Subtle Striker is up. Calling the stress test tournament. Thank you for all the help testing stress. Okay. I guess there was a stress test tournament. At least they're honest about it. It's a stress test tournament. Yep. Swings in, I'll trade. Okay. Yeah, he kind of knew that I was going to make that trade. I have no swing here. He's got a stabilized board state, so. Oh, Living Totem. He doesn't have removal, maybe? Oh, this is kind of risky playing this card right now. So we'll see. We'll see if he has a removal or not. If he does, then I'm in. Then that was bad. But if he doesn't, then Living Totem will just start getting bigger and taking over the game here. Yeah, we don't have a swing to make here. He's in blood, so for the most part, most of his stuff's just going to kill my stuff outright. I do need to buff the totem once, which I'll do in his end step. I mean, we're kind of playing a slow game here. Swings with a Subtle Striker, I'll take it. Yep, take the 2. I mean, eventually Living Totem will just start gaining me life.
Don't do that, Josh.
If he doesn't have removal here, he doesn't have it, so he would have used it. He's only got 2 resources. That's good for me. Oh, there's a 3rd resource. He needs, if he has removal, he needs to use it now. No, Elite Pyromancer, sure, that's fine. Can't really swing with that guy either because I just trade it for War Hero.
No. Joshua, no. No. Close your mouth.
Again, Ballistics Training would just clear out this board state for me pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn back, and we'll buff our totem in his end step. I mean, I guess I could buff it during combat and give it Swift Strike to kill his Subtle Striker or something. I mean, he doesn't really have buffs in his deck. He has direct damage, and if he had it, he would have used it. So Swift Strike's a pretty good bet here. So we'll probably buff it Swift Strike here during combat. Block and buff Swift Strike.
No, don't make the noise. Okay? No. Not funny.
And if he doesn't, okay, so he's going to attack in, so I will... This guy's Swift Strike, and then block his Pyromancer and take 2. That's the safer one, just in case he has, like, a buff here. Just in case, because he could have the Blood Aura, very popular. He's got Crushing Blow. Okay. Alright. It's good play, good play. Arena Regular, sure. Yeah, he's playing a very low curve type of deck. I need to maybe play some more cheaper stuff to block his early stuff. Maybe I should have just held on to the totem. I guess now I know, like, during that time period, if I have Living Totem again. My champion power is pretty irrelevant right now anyways. Not sure what... I think he's getting lagged or something. That's what it seems like, at least. Seeker doesn't really help too much here. We really need to get that other ruby in play so we can get this ballistics training going. That's really what we need here. Ritualist definitely is good for him. It's one of those that I just can't very well. Again, ballistics training would fix that problem too. The problem here is, I guess I trade Wounded War Hero for something here. If he swings, which he'll swing with the house here, I would think. Save Daring Swordsman. Yeah, because I need to have this ballistics training. I have to throw it on a troop. So let's take down Subtle Striker. And then I'll save my Swordsman and take 3 here. That seems pretty acceptable. So I can kill everything else with ballistics training over time. There we go. So let's go ahead and ballistics training here. Throw out Wrath Seeker. We aren't really going to get offensive. Everything he has like one back end. We have Wrath Seeker. We'll probably trade with one of his guys. Probably the Arena Regular. Just sit defensive here in case we need to block with the Swordsman, but hopefully we won't. We'll just kill things every turn with it. Next turn we've got Infiltrator Bot. Shadow Blade Lurker is pretty good for him. I guess I could have killed his Pyromancer in response to that. But I'm going to kill Ritualist instead. He's debating on what he wants to buff here. Puts on his human. Okay. Let's see, I can kill that. That 6 doesn't matter. Wrath Seeker trades here. I take 4, 5. Or I can... Actually, he would trade here. I can take 2, 3. That seems fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal 1 point of damage there. He actually deals 2. Because he's the Daring Swordsman, wherever he deals damage, it's twice as much. Okay, and then defense priority, we'll go ahead and kill that guy and take 3. Seems pretty good, and I've got Infiltrator Bot. I can trade with his Lurker. And I can kill his Arena Regular. I could play the Hellhound here, but... I'm not seeing. I'd rather just trade this Infiltrator Bot and keep the Hellhound, because that's definitely a game winner. So we'll just take the 1 point of damage off of Killblade this time. He has to swing here. We don't really have a swing yet. We're trying to take control, so we still don't have board state control. Just waiting for that. I haven't seen a lot of removal out of his deck, which is surprising because he's in the 2 heavy removal shards, being Ruby and Blood. I mean, I did take some burns, which may have been his, may have been cards he was looking for. Got those 2 burns in my deck. We don't need to play any more shards here. Can buff Daring Swordsman and deal like 10 damage with it. Seems pretty good. Gonna play Callous Awakener to bring back my Wounded War Hero. Yep, it's a Wounded War Hero, sure. It has haste. So I can still block it with the Swordsman, no problems here. Alright, so let's go to blocks. So we're going to set up a block here, set up a block here, declare, activate Swordsman, activate Swordsman here, come on. Come on. There we go. Activate Swordsman, kill the Arena Regular, take 1 point of damage. play Hellhound, which can trade his Callous Awakener, kill his his Kill Blade, and I have 10 damage a turn. Or just play Fire Soul Wizard, that works too, and buff him. Yeah, we'll just give him crazy front end. So he's like just this wall that can't be stopped. If I have to, if for some reason, if somehow he can kill my Fire Soul Wizard here, I can still kill his guy and then trade Daring Swordsman for Callous Awakener. Okay, so nothing happening there, so next time we get priority, we'll go ahead and just kill that bunny. Go attack phase, swinging with Fire Soul Wizard, play Hellhound. Okay, play the Hellhound here. We'll trade his Callous Awakener if he swings in. And then we've got Augmented Awakening to bring it back.
No.
Which will take us a turn to do everything, because we won't be able to play at the same turn, so we'll have to sit on Fire Soul Wizard. But I don't know. He may not even swing here, because I'm sitting on a card in hand. He'll make the swing, sure. He knows that Hellhound is a big deal. I mean, I guess I could have buffed the Hellhound a lot there, but I'd rather get Augmented Awakening on it to make it even harder to deal with. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, I can do 11 right now. Plays Feeding on that guy. Okay. Sure. I think... No, I'll bring back Swordsman then, in that case, if that's what he's going to do. Because I can replay the Swordsman in the same turn. So, let's bring back... Actually... No, wait, what am I thinking? Bring back Totem, duh. So that's an easy one. I can replay that, and it gets crazy out of control, and I can gain my life back. We'll go ahead and swing in with Fire Soul Wizard. Make him chump block here and then replay Totem. So Totem's a 4/4. That seems pretty relevant. You can throw it in the air and give it life drain, which is probably what we'll do next turn. Or you can't stop it. Or actually, we'll probably give it life drain and steadfast is probably where we'll go. Okay, I'll play that later. Let's go ahead and give this guy Steadfast. And I'll go to my attack phase, swing in, then I'll give him life drain during combat. Start getting out of range where he just has no hope of coming back and dealing that last couple points of damage to me. What am I thinking? Bring back Living Totem. Duh. We like that guy. Alright. So I think I've been in round 3 a total of 2 times this season since set 2 has come out.